Way out past Neptune, at the cold, dark edge of our solar system, a handful of icy worlds are moving in a way that just doesn't make sense. Their orbits are mysteriously lined up, as if they're being pulled along by a massive invisible object. Astronomers have a name for this ghost in the machine: Planet 9. For years it's been a tantalizing theory, but the big question is, if we finally find it, what will we actually discover? Something out there is disturbing the peace. A silent, invisible force is pulling the strings on the most distant objects in our cosmic neighborhood, clustering them together in a way that defies probability. This isn't science fiction, it's a real-life astronomical mystery, and the prime suspect is a world we've never seen. A ghost planet, maybe 4 or 5 times the mass of Earth, lurking in the abyss. So, let's join the hunt. First, we'll get into the real science, the evidence that has some of the world's best astronomers convinced something massive is out there. Then, we'll take a leap of imagination, blending hard science with a bit of speculation, to journey to this hypothetical world, a planet we've dubbed Niptara 9, and explore what kind of life could be thriving in its eternal twilight. Our story starts in the Kuiper Belt, that sprawling junkyard of icy leftovers that surrounds our solar system beyond Neptune. For a while, we thought we had a pretty good map of the area, but then, astronomers started noticing something deeply strange. A handful of the most distant objects, called extreme trans-Neptunian objects, or ETNOs, weren't moving randomly. Their orbits, all stretched out and lopsided, were pointing in the same direction, like a compass needle fixed on some invisible point. Think of it like a flock of sheep in a huge open field. If you found them all huddled in one corner, you wouldn't just chalk it up to coincidence. You'd look for the shepherd, or maybe the wolf. In the solar system, that shepherd's crook is gravity. In 2016, Caltech astronomers Mike Brown and Konstantin Batygin did exactly that. They ran the numbers, creating complex computer simulations to explain this weird clustering. What they found was stunning. The orbits of these icy bodies could be perfectly explained if there was a massive planet, a perturber, shepherding them into line. Their original calculations pointed to a world up to 10 times the mass of Earth, but more recent simulations in 2025 by astronomers like Amir Siraj have refined that estimate to be closer to 4.4 times the mass of our planet. This wouldn't be a dwarf planet like Pluto. It would be a true super-Earth or a mini-Neptune, on a colossal orbit that takes roughly 12,000 years to circle the Sun just once. But not everyone is convinced. Some scientists argue that the clustering might be an illusion caused by observational bias. Basically, our telescopes are pointed at certain parts of the sky more than others, so we're more likely to find objects in those specific spots. It's an ongoing debate, and to make things even more interesting, another group of scientists proposed a competing theory in August 2025 for a different object, nicknamed Planet Y. This candidate would be smaller and much closer than the classic Planet 9, but it could explain other oddities in the Kuiper Belt, like a strange 15-degree warp in the orbits of some objects. So, if the evidence is so compelling for something out there, why haven't we found it? The short answer is, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack the size of the sky. And that needle isn't even shiny. Being so far from the sun, any hidden planet would reflect very little light, making it incredibly dim and hard to spot. Astronomers have been scanning the skies for years with powerful telescopes, and some have even started looking for the planet's faint internal heat in old infrared data. This has turned up a few intriguing candidates, but as of late 2025, nothing is confirmed. The ghost remains a ghost. The hunt for a ninth planet is one of the most exciting quests in modern astronomy, and the story is changing every year. If you're enjoying this journey to the edge of our cosmic backyard, make sure to subscribe and join our community. We explore mysteries just like this every week. The evidence is tantalizing, the mystery is intoxicating, but the search is slow. So while astronomers keep scanning the skies, let's use what we do know to imagine what we might find. Let's assume one of these candidates is real. Let's assume that tonight, a telescope gets a confirmed signal. What would we find? Using the scientific estimates for a Planet 9 type world as our blueprint, let's travel to this hidden planet, our Niptara 9. Based on its estimated mass and location in the freezing outer solar system, Niptara 9 is almost certainly an ice giant, a smaller cousin to Uranus and Neptune. It's a world made mostly of heavier elements like water, methane, and ammonia, all wrapped in a thick atmosphere of hydrogen and helium. As we get closer, Niptara 9 wouldn't be completely dark. Deep in its core, leftover heat from its formation would still be churning, making the planet warmer than the empty space around it, and possibly giving it a faint, ethereal glow in the infrared. Its atmosphere would be a wild place, whipped by powerful winds and strange chemical reactions sparked by the tiny amount of sunlight that reaches it. But the most exciting feature of Niptara 9 might not be the planet itself, but its moons. A world this massive would almost definitely have them. And this is where the possibility of life really gets interesting. These moons would be caught in a gravitational tug-of-war with their parent planet, a constant push and pull that would stretch and flex their insides. This process, called tidal heating, generates a tremendous amount of heat. We see it happening right here in our solar system with Jupiter's moon Io, which is the most volcanically active body we know of because of these tidal forces. On a moon orbiting our Niptara 9, this same tidal heating could power something incredible, a liquid water ocean hidden beneath a thick, protective shell of ice. Just like Jupiter's Europa or Saturn's Enceladus, this moon could have a vast global ocean, kept warm not by a distant sun, but by the relentless gravitational kneading from its parent planet. So let's imagine plunging through that icy crust, down through miles of solid frozen water, until we break through into a world of total darkness and immense pressure. Sunlight can't reach here, so photosynthesis is impossible. But life could still find a way. The energy source wouldn't be light, but chemistry. On the floor of Earth's oceans, we find hydrothermal vents, cracks in the crust, spewing superheated, mineral-rich water. Around these vents, entire ecosystems thrive in total darkness through a process called chemosynthesis. Microbes feast on chemicals like hydrogen sulfide and methane, forming the base of a food web that supports giant tube worms, ghostly white crabs, and bizarre fish that have all evolved for this extreme environment. On Niptara 9's moon, a similar story could be playing out. Vents on the seafloor could provide the chemical soup needed for life to emerge. The creatures here would be unlike anything on Earth. In the crushing pressure, life might evolve to be soft and gelatinous, with no need for skeletons. With no light, eyes might be useless, or they might evolve to be enormous and hypersensitive, catching the faint glimmers of another adaptation, bioluminescence. Imagine a world lit by its own life. Forests of glowing, stalk-like organisms might anchor themselves near chemical seeps. Predators could use hypnotic light patterns to lure prey. Schools of tiny, shrimp-like creatures might flash in unison to confuse attackers, creating dazzling displays in the endless night. It would be a silent, slow-motion ballet of life, playing out in a hidden ocean trillions of kilometers from home. For now, this incredible world, our Niptara 9, is a product of grounded imagination, a world built from scientific clues and speculative leaps. But the most exciting part is that the foundation of this dream is real. The weird orbits in the outer solar system are real. The hunt is real. And competing theories like Planet Y show just how active this field of discovery is. We may not have to wait long for an answer. A new eye on the sky, the Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile, began scientific operations in 2025. This revolutionary telescope will scan the entire southern sky every few nights, peering deeper and wider than ever before. It's expected to find billions of new objects, and if Planet 9, Planet Y, or any other hidden world exists in its predicted search area, the Rubin Observatory has an excellent chance of spotting it within just a few years of operation. We are on the verge of a discovery that could rewrite our map of the solar system. We could finally get confirmation that our planetary family has another member. The ghost in the darkness may soon have a name. Until then, we're left to wonder. The clues are there, the search is on, and the possibilities are absolutely breathtaking. So, what do you think? What else is hiding in the darkness of our own backyard?